Hello folks, welcome to Indian Cricket Analyst. Our captain Cool, our own captain MS Dhoni celebrated his birthday on 7th July. We all know him as Captain Cool, as Talaiva. Is he just Captain Cool? No, he's also Captain Smart. In my opinion, the Captain Smart stands a touch higher than the Captain Cool. Of course, there's no doubt that he's cool, but that smartness, I believe it is his smartness that gave us more wins, along with his coolness. His great, one of the master strokes, in smartness was of course in 2011 World Cup final when he promoted himself ahead of Yuvraj Singh to counter Muthaiya Muralidharan and to of course keep going the left-right combination and stitch that wonderful partnership with Gautam Gambhir, which made sure we won the World Cup in 2011 finals. Also, we all know about and the most celebrated run out in 2016 T20 World Cup when Dhoni ran the Bangladeshis out of the game. We all know that, and enough has been said and written about it. Let us just see two or three other incidences which are not so famous but unbelievable smartness of Dhoni the captain, Dhoni the cricketer was noted in these incidences. The first one I remember is in an ODI, in a one-day international in 2008 that happened in Kanpur. Remember, Kanpur is more on the eastern side of India than the west, and the match was happening in the winter time. So the English batted first and they got a score around 240 or so, and India was chasing next. In the end, India reached 198 for 5 or so and won the match on the basis of Duckworth-Lewis system. So in the post-match conference, Dhoni openly said, I knew that DLS would come into play. I knew the light would fade, and I always kept a paper, a note, to let me know what are the DLS par scores. Think of the smartest, not just cricketing brain here. Of course, there is cricketing brain. And how did he manage it? He knew the geography of the place, about the light fading and everything. And he applied that common sense, that geographical knowledge into the cricket. And that is what you call application. And that is what you call a cricketing sense. Think of it, he won that match because he knew a lot of other things and he applied that knowledge in the game. The next game is pure cricketing shrewdness. But unfortunately, that didn't come out well, so it was not noted or written about. This is the incident in 2011 World Cup again. But most of you may not even remember this match. This was a relatively minor match because India was playing Netherlands, Holland in Delhi, and we got them out cheaply for around 190s, 189, 190 Irish, with a very beautiful spell of left arm spin bowling from Yuvraj, and our target was modest, right? And we started our chase, blisteringly. Sehwag and Tendulkar gave us a beautiful chase in about 7.3 or 7, on about 8 overs. We were about 70 runs, and we were on course to win the match very easily, and we lost Sehwag when the score was around 70, and in walked Yusuf Pathan. Why is that a smart move? Because it was a World Cup and one of the first matches, and we were playing a relatively, what you can call a minnow side then, Netherlands. So Dhoni wanted to stamp his authority. He sent in Yusuf Pathan, definitely with the message that go out, play your shots, win the match as soon as possible. Imagine, had that clicked, had Yusuf Pathan got, say, a 50 of 20, 50 of 25, 30 balls, and had we won the match in, say, around 20 overs, that would have been praised as one of the greatest moves. But unfortunately, the move backfired. We lost both Yusuf Pathan and Tendulkar around the 80-run mark. We lost Virat Kohli by 99-100, and we struggled, and it took another masterful innings from Yuvraj Singh to win us the match. But the smartness of Dhoni should not be overlooked here. Had Pathan clicked, had say Tendulkar and Pathan had a wonderful partnership, say 50 balls, had we won, it would have been a great, it would have been hailed as a great move. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But still, that smartness is what makes Dhoni Dhoni. Another very important part as a captain is that he knew how to handle situations. In 2008 Commonwealth Bank series, when we defeated Australia in best of three finals. We defeated in the first two finals. The third final was not even played. So when we were about to beat them in the second final, when we were about to win, Dhoni sent a message across to the dressing room that there should not be any exaggerated celebrations after we win. Think of the significance. Dhoni wanted to prove a point to the Australians. Australians were the mighty Australians then. Remember, they had won the 2003 World Cup, 2007 World Cup. They were the team to beat. They were under Ricky Ponting. And they were without doubt the strongest side in world cricket then. And we bet them in their own backyard. In a tri-series, in the best of three finals. And Dhoni sent the message across, no exaggerated celebrations. Dhoni wanted to tell the Australians, beating you in your own backyard is not a big thing for us. We are habituated to it. That was the message of a captain. And that is what makes Dhoni Dhoni. And you cannot compare him with the Alex Carey's of today. Remember, Alex Carey ran best out, but Dhoni called back Ian Bell in 2011 Test Series in England. That is what makes Dhoni smart, but he is still a gentleman. Dhoni is Dhoni. Dhoni is Captain Cool, but Dhoni is also Captain Smart. That makes Dhoni, in my opinion, Dhoni is definitely, what I have seen, the most sharpest cricketing brain I've ever seen is without doubt MS Dhoni. Captain Cool, yes. Captain Smart, double yes. Guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe Indian Cricket Analyst. Follow Indian Cricket Analyst for more interesting stories, and don't forget to write your comments down and spread this channel. Let us talk about cricket fearlessly. Indian Cricket Analyst.